All right, family. Black Power. Black Power is the truth hour with General Sarah Soon Seti. Kick back. Get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. I'm excited and delighted to be accepting members to the Sarah Soon Seti YouTube page, a dynamic page. Y'all know what it is. Black Power, Black Frequency. Feeling that frequency and energy. You should most definitely become a member. The link is right there in the video description. You click that link. You'll get a video introduction rundown on the memberships, what they entail. You see one you like, you should most definitely join. Even if you don't, I appreciate your presence at the Sarah Soon Seti YouTube page. Continue to engage, continue to advance. That's right, family. Ring the alarm, kingseti.com, online marketplace, official General Sarah Soon Seti DVD lectures, t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, African and Kemetic jewelry, holistic tonics, and remedies, home decor, accessories for every room in the house. KingSeti.com, 25% off selected items at this time. Save and shop, shop and save. Pull the fire alarm, GeneralSeti.com, SETI University, over 1,200 videos of pure heat presented by General SETI, all the subjects that you know and love from the General. Plus, we got the supplemental, also monumental and instrumental research materials from the Grandmaster teachers. And I give you an overview on that material, giving you 360 degrees of supreme African academic knowledge and wisdom that cannot be surpassed by any other website on the planet. GeneralSeti.com, SETI University, enroll today. Everybody knows SETI popping on Patreon. BPC making noise. We never calm. Exclusive live streams. Too hot to handle on YouTube, but just so exquisite. We keep it for our family on Patreon. We got some fire, coming. The videos will be on deck. You go there, you'll see we got some videos in the queue, and you most definitely want to be there when it go live. I decided I was going to do it tonight, but I've been teaching so hard that I want to have my full strength. I know I'm gonna go over the time, and so I have it on deck for y'all early tomorrow. So become a patron so you can have access to that, because I'm gonna show out. You feel me? I'm gonna show off and I'm gonna show out. Join the Patreon today. And to all the family that donate to the General, I want to thank you. Thank you. I appreciate the fact that you appreciate me. Any of the family that want to donate to the General, the link is right down in the video description. It's in the chat. Click that link, donate, and I thank you ahead of time. Make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube channels, King Seti, General Seti, Sarah Soon Seti. Rock that notification bell. Get a video a thumbs up, like it because you love it. Share it with your family and friends. And comment, comment, comment. Just don't say nothing stupid, because I will ban your ass. You'll be up out of there. Now we talking about the secret serpent worship of the Vatican and the Catholic Church. I know that I had the one in there on the demiurge and the Nubian god of Petamac, but we're gonna do that one tomorrow along with the Patreon, because those is gonna be deep. It's gonna require more time than I got tonight, and so I don't want to undercut, because I know a lot of people was on deck, and they waiting on that. And so I don't want to let you down with the presentation. So let me push them to tomorrow and let me give y'all this work, this last fire presentation for the night, the secret serpent worship of the Vatican and the Catholic Church. Now, of course, when you talk about the Catholics, you're talking about the carryover from the Roman Empire. The Pope took over from the Caesars. He took over from the Caesar, who was the Pontifex Maximus, which was the high priest of Rome. He took that title, Pontifex Maximus, and so he has taken on many of the attributes of the Romans and all other nations of the ancient world in which he conquered. You see, and so now when we talk about the Catholics, now you looking behind me, it is without any doubt that we see the new this is it's a hall, it's a meeting hall, or what they call a theater, you know, the Vatican theater for all they plays, all they what is it called? When they come and they meet, you know, and so this is it's a theater, but it's called something else. You see, but it's created in the image of a serpent. And you can see the eyes, you'll be able to see not only the eyes, you can see the serpent, the serpentine skin, and you see the fangs of the serpent designed inside of the theater. You see? And so that right there, you know, is very evident, and they out in the open. But we're gonna show that the Catholics have always been some of the biggest occultists on the planet. Okay. Matter of fact, I believe the Catholics is the biggest occult organization that exists, because they didn't took from damn near every system on the planet, from Persia to Egypt, Ethiopia. You see, they didn't took from India, they didn't took from Greece, they didn't took from everywhere. Okay, wherever they conquered, they took, and even where they didn't conquer, they took, and they added all type of ancient symbolisms and icons to this very day. You know, and they create, you know, and they'll create a saint that look just like the icon, just like you got Santa Claus, which is Thor, which is Odin, which is Saturn, and you see even in the name of Santa, you see the anagram Saturn. A lot of people say it's Satan, but Satan and Santa are anagrams of Saturn. See, we got to understand chronology, because we are never, if you start with Satan, you're going to start with the Bible. You see, this is far older than the Bible. So you shortchanging yourself when you start with Baphomet, and you start with Lucifer, and yeah, those are fairly recent renditions of the primordial goat god Pan. So when you take it back to Pan, and you take it back to Phanus, and you take it back to Lupercus, then you taking it back to the foundation of the Caucasian's world. And you can move in chronological order and understand the whole story, and not understand half the story. So the serpent, you got Typhon, which is in the greatest enemy of the universe in Greek mythology. And he had even defeated Zeus. He had even defeated Zeus, you know. And so we understand that the serpent is, you got Medusa, you got the Gorgons, you got the Hydra, you got the seven-head Hydra that, you know, Hercules had to defeat. But that's the same story of Horus and Apep, the same story of Thor and the Midgard serpent. These are renditions, but the oldest is the story of Ra and Set being a defender of Ra and defending the ark of Ra and against Apep. Okay, the same, and you see even in Thor, you find Hor, Hor, which is Horus. Okay, so that must be understood. And so you see that the Romans coming into Egypt after the Greeks, I think they came in around the Greeks ruled for about 3. So they came in around 60 BC, somewhere around there, 60 BC. The Romans came in and they took Octavius took it from Cleopatra. The last Cleopatra was the last ruler, a Greek ruler in Egypt. And so that was the end of the Ptolemaic dynasty in Egypt, and then the Romans took over. And when they went into Egypt, they began to thief, just like the Greeks thieved. Then they began to thief, and they began to take all types of things out of Egypt that they did not understand, calendars and gods and all this, that, and the third, and they could not master it because the Romans, not long after that, they failed. You know, the Rome, you know, they, as much as they want to talk about Rome, Rome didn't actually last that long. You see, you know, not the Western branch of the Roman Empire. It fell relatively, you know, early for civilization, you know. But so now let's talk about this serpent that they say the serpent in the garden and so on and so forth, but they don't, you know, it don't look like they see it that way. It look like they see something different. They don't look like the serpent is all that evil, because when you think about it, the serpent is the dragon, and you're going to see that one of the popes, now actually it is the pope that created the calendar. Pope Gregory, what number is that? Pope Gregory. Let me see what number Pope Gregory that was. His actual symbol was the dragon. And the motherfucker got buried in the Vatican with a goddamn a dragon on top of his goddamn sarcophagus. I say, what kind of shit? And they talking about some damn Jesus Christ, and they got the, and I'm gonna show you, they got the damn dragon on top of his, a big ass dragon too. Let me see what Greg, because it was more than one. Is that the 13th? He might have been the 13th. I think it's the 13th. Let me see. That's a lot of damn. Let me see. 13th. Okay, it is. Is Gregory is Pope Gregory the 13th. And he's known as the dragon. And this was his symbol, all on his clocks, all on his official papal shield is the dragon. Now they say the goddamn dragon is the one he's supposed to be fighting, the Christ supposed to be fighting at the end. And yet and still this motherfucker got the dragon, but we understand, see, that's why we got they'll tell us once. See, the thing is, they understand the true origin of the dragon. That's why they can accept it. See, they not like the mundane Catholics and the mundane Christians who got that surface level understanding. They understand when they saw it on the pineal gland of the pharaohs, they understood that. So when we understand, when we say serpent, the serpent, as we shown, is synonymous with the dragon. It's synonymous. So when you say dragon, that means serpent. When you say serpent, it could mean dragon. Both one and the same. Okay. And so they understood it when they went into Africa, and you know, in certain places in Asia, they understood the true nature of it. But they also understand that the dragon is a solar zoo type, just like the phoenix. If you see the phoenix, the immortal, I guess it's not an eagle or any. Matter of fact, it's a falcon. It's a falcon, and it lives for about 500 years, and then it lays an egg, and then it burns up in its own flame. And the new phoenix is born from the egg. Now the thing is, when I did that, and I just taught y'all that On, the city of On is the sun, the city of Heliopolis, the city of the sun. So you understand that etymology. O-N. That's like when you turn the light on. It's a continuous flow of energy and light. Another word is light. But when you turn the switch on, it's a continuous flow of energy and light. So understand that's what it means. And so when I looked it up, I said, well, what is the phoenix? And I looked that up, and it was a falcon. And on the end of falcon is O-N, which backs up the etymology that I've been saying, that it means the sun. So the falcon is also uh, uh, connected to Horus, the falcon, the hawk, and it is a bird or a falcon of the sun. That's what it is. So if we don't understand etymology, we ain't gonna understand shit, because it's rooted many times in the etymology, and they not gonna give you the whole etymology, because they know you looking today, and if you look and you see, you're gonna say, well, damn. You understand? I kind of figured it out because I felt something. You see, I felt something, and it turned out to be true. So let's deal with this. Let's deal with these Catholics. Now, the one thing, and I'm gonna get into it deeper tomorrow, when we talk about, let me get this in here. We talking about the basilisk. Now, the basilisk is the king of dragons. Okay, that's where you get basilisk. Now, it's all, but the other term is king. Is Latin for king. This is where you get king of the dragon. It's basil. I believe it's basil, or but basilisk, which is the dragon, is the. Let me get it correct. Is it king of serpents, or is it king? It don't mean no, but I want to be right and exact. I want to be right and exact. Shit, even the damn basil come out of, it's rooted in the same word. Let me get that word. Let me get it right. I want it right. Okay, what the definition of? Ain't got the definition. Okay, this is just the synonyms. Let me see. Boy, this computer is moving real slow today. Moving real slow. Hold on, fam. We're gonna get it. And then I'm gonna pop right on in to the visuals, and we're gonna rock out. Okay. I think I got it now. Okay. What does it say? Basilisk. Classical mythology, a creature variously described as a serpent, lizard, or dragon said to kill by its breath or look. Like damn, says breath alone can kill a motherfucker. You see what I'm saying? But that ain't it's rooted in king. They got to come with something. They got to come with the whole goddamn. I hate these old cheap ass goddamn. Let me get out of that. 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 Okay. Legendary reptile reputed to be a serpent king who causes death to those who look in his eyes. Okay. Serpent king. Now, when you look, and so when you understand that you talk about the basilica, see, we talking about a temple to what we know of as Isis as the serpent. Okay, as the serpent. Now I got, let me see if I got that. A lot of stuff. Let me see. Let me see if I got that Naga gift. So you see, it's a temple to the serpent goddess. That's what it is. When you talking about the temple to the serpent goddess. Now I had that. Let me see if I can get it. Let me see. If not, that's all right. I had it. You know what I'm saying? I had it, and and I'm not gonna be able to find it tonight. But that's all right. I'll move on and I'll do it again tomorrow. And so you see, the basilica is a temple to the serpent goddess, but we also went over the Hagia Sophia, and I don't have that in there right now. But even Sophia, Aphi, which is serpent, Aphi, Ophi, serpent. Look it up, okay? And so that's a synonym. Matter of fact, I might got that one in here. Let me see if I got Afi in here. So you can see that. So even the Hagia Sophia is named after the serpent goddess, which is Isis. Wait a minute. Okay, there you go, right there. There you go, right there. Let me chop it up. Let me chop that up. I'm gonna copy that and bring it right on over here. So when I drop it in here, let me drop it in. So you see right there, this is Aphiolatry. Aphiolatry, the worship or of attribution of divine or sacred nature to snakes. You see, so when you talk about Sophia, which was the Gnostic goddess of wisdom, okay, we talking about the Gnostics. If you talking about the Gnostic goddess of wisdom, it's Sophia. So when you talk about the Hagia Sophia, the church over there, the first church that was created for Serapis in Turkey, the Hagia Sophia, that's also Serpentine. Okay, see, they ain't telling y'all that. So the Basilica of St. Peter's and the Hagia Sophia is in worship of the Serpentine goddess, which is Isis, with as you see the Naga. And I had that, but I got so many that I matter of fact, let me see. Because I hate when I have some and I can't find it. I want y'all to see this. And matter of fact, it might be on this one right here. Just might have it. Just might have it. Just wait a minute. Is that it? Nope. Well, you know what? I could use that one because that's the other goddess right there. I believe it's Jet, but you can use that one right there. You see her right there. So you know so that's the that's where they get the Sophia and the basilica and this, and so that's where they get it from. Matter of fact, here go Isis. But no, that's the other because they got more than one serpent goddess in Egypt. You see, and so you see. Wait a minute, is it up there? Let me make sure it's up there. Make sure y'all seeing what I'm seeing. Okay, good. Okay, so that's where you get the temple of the Basilica and the Hagia Sophia. Okay, that's where you get that from. Now let me go and let's take this deeper. Now let's take this deeper. Okay, let's take this deeper. Let me get back to the Basilica. Okay, here we go. So you see now, that's crazy. And to them, it's gonna be Lilith. You see, but they know there's ISIS because Lilith ain't got nothing but Lilith is a knockoff. She's a knockoff or the Naga. You know, they're gonna try to make everything, because when you look at Lilith, you see eel. You see, you got to always look at that. You see, Lilith is gonna be the knockoff and shit. You know what I'm saying? But ISIS is, and then you got Wajet, and then you got a couple of more Naga goddesses in ancient Egypt. But that's the temple of the goddess. You see, and so, but again, then you got chapel, a chapel. You see, and that's is also rooted in El. So you understand all of this etymology that's wrapped up in here that nobody's looking into. Okay, understand that. So when you go inside of the temple, the meeting hall, this concert hall. It's a concert hall of the Vatican, and you see it's got a serpentine design, and they did that. They didn't. That wasn't by mistake. That was done, intentionally. You understand? With the eyes, you could see the reptilian skin, and up there you could see the damn teeth, the fangs coming down. I say, well, goddamn, they all out the pocket with they shit. They don't care. But again, I mean, the serpent is a divine symbol, and we got to quit trying to take everything in all across the world that has serpents and make it evil just because the Bible say so. And then in reality, is hidden esoterical information giving you something totally different any damn way. Okay, and so now it's crazy because Pope Gregory the 13th is the one that created the damn calendar. The Gregorian calendar is was created by Pope Gregory the 13th, whose symbol was the dragon. And so this is his symbol, this is his crest that you see right there in the Vatican. Okay, now let me show you his sarcophagus. His damn where he buried that. Look at this. He got the damn dragon right on the damn sarcophagus. So that right there lets you know they found out something that they didn't want everybody to know. You see? And I just showed you where they, in the Bible where it was saying that Yahweh was a dragon. But I guess that's where the Gnostics get the demiurge from. Okay, that's where the Gnostics get the demiurge from, where they show as a dragon, but they show him with a lion's head, with a serpent body and a lion's head. And we're going to get off into that because the Gnostics fucking up too. Yeah, they didn't fucked all up. They talking this, they know some knowledge. They don't know no goddamn knowledge because they trying to say the demiurge was evil. Okay, now when I looked at it, I immediately saw that it was a petamat. You know what I'm saying? I seen that temple. I didn't see that particular. Did we go to that temple? No, we didn't go to that temple. I don't believe we went to that temple. No, we didn't go to that temple. But I've been studying that temple in Nubia for a long time. You see, and I seen when I was starting to do the research with the Naga, and I looked up on the temple, and I seen the lion head on the snake body. I said, wait a minute. And then I had already seen some of the kings and queens that were serpentine, and then I seen the and because I had seen it in Asia, I said, well, wait a minute. Wait a minute. It seemed because this was when in the time when I was in heated debate about Naga and nigger, and they were saying, "Oh, that don't come from that, this, that, and the third." And I just continue to do study and find out. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. It's the same frequency. Once you understand frequency, and you say naga and you say nigga, naga and nigga, you was talking about the same frequency. Okay, ain't no running from that. So you see here, Pope Gregory the 13th, who created the Gregorian calendar, was known as the dragon. So maybe they just went on ahead and dedicated this damn concert hall. And if you look back there, they got the serpent eye right there. You see that, but that's the egg. That's what they call the egg of creation. They taught that's what you call. Now, if you watch the Lord of the Rings, you will see that orb. An orb is all you see the OR in there. Orb. That's also serpentine. That's why they show his eye in it. Okay, because the orb is symbolic of the Orphic egg. It's an egg of creation. So the Naga pearl, the Orphic egg, the dragon egg, the phoenix egg, all of those are symbolic of the same meaning, the egg of creation. And so when you look up there, you see the orb sitting on a pillar. You see the serpentine pupil. You see with the slit coming down the orb. You see, and that's why sorcerer. See, I'm keep breaking this shit down. When you go into the root of sorcerer, you see the OR in there. You see, and you see that many sorcerers use the orb. You see, so all of that is serpentine energy, magic, divinity, but it's not for you niggas. It relates back to a people. You see, and that's what you're gonna learn. To separate the goat from the sheep. That's what it said, and it says people. So you understand that the zoo type is only parable. Okay, they only using the animals in parable, but there's some similarities in the animals, but with the people whom they are speaking of. And so you see that we African people with woolly hair and the goat with the straight hair. That's exactly what it's alluding to. So you see right here in this old Saint, what's his name? Pope John Paul. That motherfucker older than he dead now, but he was dead then. That motherfucker just didn't fall down. You see what I'm saying? He was up there old and decrepit and shit, old and decrepit. That motherfucker make a Biden shit look like a goddamn a damn athlete compared to how old his ass was. Shit, Biden is a goddamn marathon athlete. So that motherfucker had to been 90 on that. Shit, he probably got about 10 years on goddamn Joe Biden. You know what I'm saying? So you see here, and then, we'll get off into that hat, that Dagon, deity of Mesopotamia with the fish hat, and how he used to, Dagon had the magic wand in his hand. I just showed that to you. So when we start talking about the serpentine veneration of the Catholics, it's all over the place. It's all over the place. And matter of fact, what we're going to do, we're going to touch on it tomorrow, even in a deeper meaning. But be clear that the concert hall, you can go look it up for yourself, Basilica trace it back to basilica, and basilica is the feminine aspect of Basilisk. Basilisk is the king of the serpents. He's shown as a dragon. Many times he's shown as a griffin. Now, a griffin is half lion, half eagle, and he's also considered as a dragon. You see, the griffin. Okay, so yeah, and that goes back to the demiurge. Okay, so no doubt about that, and no doubt about that. And lastly, what else do I want to touch on about that? Okay, basilica, the concert hall, Pope Gregory the 13th, the dragon. Go in there, do your research on it, and we'll touch on it tomorrow in a deeper way. We'll talk about the demiurge, and we'll be talking about the Serpent Kings of Kemet on Patreon. Don't you dare miss it. This is General Sarah Soon Seti saying, hey, arm yourself with knowledge, bang on that wicked ass beast daily. Liberation through African education and confrontation. Black power.